Bloomberg World Headquarters in New York, this is In the Loop with Betty Liu.
And as we've been discussing all morning long, JCPenney announcing yesterday that it was replacing CEO Ron Johnson after the retailer lost customers and burned through billions in cash. I want to bring in Jeff Hayzlett. He's the former chief marketing officer at Kodak and also the author of multiple books on management and corporate strategy. Also with us is our markets reporter, Sheila Dharmarajan, who has been, of course, following the story from the start. Sheila, let me just start with you because, you know, this has not been a surprise at all that Johnson's gone.
On the one hand, no, certainly wasn't a surprise. I mean, look, under his tenure, sales have fallen about 25%. I mean, $30 billion in sales are gone. The stock is down more than 50%. So, yes, there was a lot of troubles brewing. A lot of people were just saying it was just a matter of time for Johnson to leave.
Yeah.
Having said that, timing seems to be very sudden, right?
It does,
in fact,
yeah.
just the New York Times reporting this morning that Mr. Ullman was offered a job over the weekend. So a lot of people now raising questions, how bad is this current quarter going to be? Is this really an emergency situation happening at JCPenney now?
Well, Jeff, what does that tell you?
Well, they've got to get ready for the season, and it's coming up on the season. This is when a lot of revenue is going through those stores, so they have to get ready. They didn't want to miss the window, so at least I applaud the board for taking action, but it's kind of like back to the future. I mean, we're bringing in the old tried and true, but it really wasn't working for them before because they ousted Ullman before, replaced him with Johnson. I think the biggest thing we're seeing here, not just with JCPenney, is that Apple's not cool as well. I'm going to bring in Apple because here was a guy that they brought in and said the guy was really, really good, and yet he didn't make it happen. He really failed all the way across.
I don't know if that means Apple's not cool. It just means that, you know, I mean, Johnson presided over products at Apple that everybody wanted. The problem is that at JCPenney, I'm not sure that everybody wants the products at JCPenney.
Yeah, but here's a guy, I think they actually do. I think most middle America goes to JCPenney's or stores just like JCPenney's, and that's what we see. We don't all wear designer clothes. But, you know, Johnson did do some good things.
No,
and
but what I'm saying, well, it's not designer clothes. What I'm saying, Jeff, though, is that there's a lot of products you can get at JCPenney that you can get elsewhere. You can go to Sears, you can go to Macy's,
absolutely.
You can go to other places to get it.
Yeah, don't forget, he was the guy that brought the Genius Bar. Where was the genius in this side? All you have to do at JCPenney's to fix it, for the most part, is just hire some people to wait on you when you go into the store. It doesn't take a genius to do this.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people would argue that retail turnarounds are notoriously hard. I mean, you have an 1,100 store base with JCPenney. One of the things that folks I've been talking to say could actually work in JCPenney's favor is the fact that the consumer is fickle, right? People change their minds all the time. Jeff, is there still a chance that JCPenney can get their core customer back, or do you think it's too late?
No, I think absolutely they can get that core customer back. You know, Johnson went away from doing the discount sales, the kinds of things that most customers are used to. They rebelled, they walked. I think they'll come back. They've been slowly rolling it back. I think they got to get back to their core, their message. Remember what JCPenney stands for. JC is James Cash Penny, and let's not forget the founder of this.
No, not at all. But again, Jeff, though, I mean, the fact that they brought in Mike Ullman and, as you say, Back to the Future, does it tell you that nobody wants to take this challenge on? It's just too difficult.
Oh, no, I think there's plenty of people. I think there's lots of good people that are at Macy's, that are at Kohl's, that are at Target that you can go out and find. There's lots of people besides the folks they've got. It's just they went back into the bench and grabbed somebody from before because at least they know what they're getting. I think from the management perspective, and I think even Ackman, who is one of the big investors here, who really challenged Johnson, has really got some pie on their face. They've got to go and find somebody that's really good, that's going to re-energize not just the customers, but the employees. That's a big thing here.
Yeah.
You know, you had a CEO who was flying home every single weekend on the company jet. They need to have somebody who's going to be living in a cot in the storeroom in the back of this operation and showing people that they really want to make it happen.
Jeff, thank you very much for joining me. Appreciate it. Jeff Hayzlett, the former chief marketing officer at Eastman Kodak, as we mentioned, has written many books on management and retail, and also, of course, to Sheila Dharmarajan, our markets reporter.